God damn it.
What?
Another fucking call right now.
Jeez Louise.
Oh my god, we fucking
already
push
hit
record.
We can't do this.
We push record.
Oh, I didn't fucking answer, did I, huh?
Why didn't you answer? We could have listened on the podcast.
I think it was my grandma.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, perfect.
I don't want to. I'm not.
What?
I don't need Sam to use a fucking clip of me talking to my grandma.
That's
right?
exactly what it's there for.
I know.
Oh shit.
Oh, good thing you didn't forget.
And we're good.
All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Mildly Appropriate Podcast.
Oh shit.
Episode we don't even know at this point. That's a good thing. I think it's 5.
Yeah, number
Episode
5.
episode 5. All right.
Numero cinco.
Good try. So today for our editor,
It's you.
another new
Stanny.
one,
Stanny.
another new person,
Stanny and
Yeah.
Troy.
Daniel. So no one.
And you. Because
Yeah.
you got the
Oh,
mouse.
I go with
Troy's
mouse.
got- or Dan's
I got a
mouse.
bit of a pay bump and I decided to do it,
Yeah.
so it's all right.
Yeah. Now you're at
Still.
what? 3% or 4%?
What?
Your pay bump.
Oh yeah, 4%. 4% increase. Sorry, I
Yeah.
was like, what the hell are you talking about?
You own 4% of the Mildly Appropriate
Yeah,
brand.
right.
Okay,
Right.
it's all yours.
All right.
Congrats.
I have like 5 fucking titles around here.
Do you?
Yeah, what do you have? You have a co-host. You
Co-host, co-founder, vice president, and now
have vice president. Where'd that come from?
I don't know. I made it up.
That's
Oh.
sick.
That's a cool title.
And editor, not editor.
Camera guy.
Camera guy.
Director.
I
See,
like
I feel
it.
like producer is a bad descriptor of what they do back there. You know what I mean? Like a producer is somebody that
Produces. They
Produces,
like they
yeah.
put
fund
everything
it.
together.
They do
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah.
They
Right.
literally we call
if
them
you're
up. They
anybody's
say,
the
"Oh, maybe
producer,
we'll
it's
come."
you.
Yeah, that's true. I do more of.
Put producer
producing.
as your title.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
You should.
I'll take it.
Yeah, you should.
So I'm producer. You're co-host. You're co-host, and
Producer, co-host, editor.
yeah, you're definitely editor. Sam's taking
yeah,
editor.
but I don't
role.
want camera guy. Come on, something better than camera guy.
Camera director.
That dude is sometimes sick. and
Director.
doesn't come.
Ooh, director. I'm taking director.
Ah.
Director? All right.
Director and co-host.
So I think from now on we're gonna try to use this more. Just
Yeah.
Danny controlling it, just because hard to find fucking reliable people these days. We've already talked about this.
Unreal. Disappointing too.
Yeah,
You
it
know?
sucks, dude. It's like I feel like every time I try to get an editor, I'm like, I have no friends, dude. There's no one
Right.
around here that wants to do this for me.
Right.
I realize the same thing every time.
Although I mean,
I have
because
no
like
friends.
Tyler was
Yep.
doing it, he said it was boring.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
So, dude, you
Tyler
can't
thinks
say different-
fucking everything's boring.
Yeah, it's true.
well, yeah, fair enough.
It's hard enough to
You mean
get him
Tom?
to do anything.
Or twat? Or
It's twat.
What?
Mr. Twat.
Yeah.
he's actually at Comic Con though, so I give him a little break.
Yeah.
Hopefully he has
Whatever.
fun. Not
Whatever.
really. He probably won't. He'll probably say it's whatever.
Just
It's just there.
it's another.
Answer your
it's-
grandma.
No, you know
Answer
what?
it.
No, I'm not gonna answer it because
What if she's dying?
she's not.
Oh.
Yeah, you know.
Oh,
All
no,
right.
she's not. She's fine.
Okay.
I
You
just
just
talked to
know?
her the other day. She's fine.
That
Danny's
doesn't
over.
change anything.
Danny's over his
but
sickness.
Yeah.
What was wrong with you?
I'm a little bit over it. I definitely had like 5 things wrong with me.
Okay.
That's
let's
Yeah.
hear it.
that's a
It
good
was
handful.
like 5 things. And
How
then-
many? What are
And then
they?
I've been slowly just knocking them out. I mean, well, it started as like, I guess like a head cold. Should I have changed the camera by now?
Sure, if you want to talk just as yourself.
Head cold, and then I got a lot of diarrhea. Now I have bronchitis, but I'm on antibiotics, so I don't have to worry about nothing.
Cool.
So 3 things actually, but one a week. Every week, a new thing I got to deal with. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe
I'm
after
hoping this is it.
Yeah, I was
so
gonna
I
say,
can get
maybe
back
after
to
this, you're done for
100%.
the year.
Feeling better already. You know what I mean? So
Dude, I'm excited for you.
yeah.
I really.
You're
am.
excited for my health?
I'm really excited for your health.
Wow, passion.
I lost a lot of weight
It's true. He does look
since
good.
I've been like
Yeah.
sick.
You can tell from the camera.
Yeah.
Really looking good.
Yeah, thank you.
You ever heard of Sober October?
Oh yeah. So far, I'm leading to. I'm charging through this.
Yeah?
Sober. Yeah.
I feel
I
like
am as well.
on top of it being like a sober thing, you also should like focus on it just being like a general health thing. That's
Right.
what the guys who over at Joe Rogan's podcast, they're the ones who like started that Sober October.
Oh yeah,
thing.
yeah, right.
Pretty intense is
Uh-huh.
what that's come down to,
It's
because
rough.
they do it on like a competition base of like who can burn the most calories or take the most steps. You know, they do like challenges with like these watches and belts and stuff.
Right.
Wow.
It gets really intense. They were talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
They're like their wives hate them for doing it because they never have any time outside of like working out and shit.
Right.
But they all lose like crazy. Well, 2 of the guys don't lose that much weight because they're already in good shape.
Mm-hmm.
But Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura both lose like a huge chunk of weight, and they see whoever like loses the most or comes down the most is like crowned the winner.
Sounds like we're all going to be trying to get in shape this month.
Hopefully,
Yeah, I just got my gym membership back.
that'd be pretty cool.
It's good.
Might go some point this week.
Nice. It's already the end of the week. Troy's like, maybe I'll make it.
No, I'm definitely going to start going consistently. It's close to my work, which is nice. So instead of being, 20 minutes at the worst club ever with bunch of people I know wasting my time.
Are you talking
Right.
about the Knack?
No.
No, what is that club?
We
Never
can
heard
talk
of-
about that.
Yeah, you're right. All right,
Yeah,
so
of
the
course.
Knack, it's a place that is very far from me, and no one can ever find it. Bunch of fucking, it's just annoying seeing
I
everyone.
heard
It's
it's
like a
a
4-hour
crazy
workout.
sex place.
Oh, yeah,
I've heard
I heard that too.
crazy
It was,
stories.
it was in the news. It was an article.
Yeah,
about
there's a whole article about it. It's like
You hear about this, Sam?
insane.
No.
Oh yeah, apparently like when wives are just cheating on their husbands and shit.
Yeah,
it's like a whole
Where?
cult.
You
at
go
the
there to
Knack, I
fuck.
swear to
Like,
God.
but
Go
I mean,
there
like
to fuck.
at the gym itself.
at the gym itself, dude. I'm telling you. Like you go because like it's not really just a gym.
It's pretty much a country
It's
club.
like a
at this
country
point.
club.
It's massive.
Yeah, it's massive. They have like the bar, they have the pool and all that.
Right.
I'm telling you, you go there.
There was a whole
you
article.
fuck.
Where? Where are they
the
fucking?
employees fuck. The what do you mean where?
Like in
the
the
stalls,
juicy-
bathrooms.
yeah,
bathroom?
Philly,
Oh.
Yeah, any
PhillyMag.com.
private area they can find.
Sam, PhillyMag.com. Trump, sex, and G-strings: the juicy story behind the Newtown Athletic Club
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
by Emily Goulet. Whoever
Sure.
the fuck that is.
So are members fucking here too, or is this just
Yeah,
people-
members.
It's not employees, or else Ben would be.
No,
getting-
yeah, no, I'm telling
He
you.
was just saying
in the
it's-
Oh, really?
article,
Well, you know Ben works there, and same with Joey.
in the
Oh.
article, the fucking
Inside scoop.
employees fuck.
Let's do a
Well,
light-
what do you
let's
want
do
me
a
to do, dude?
light-
All
I'll do a
right,
light
I'm
tap.
getting used to it. This is the first time.
All right,
Oh, light
tap.
taps.
A light tap.
I can do light taps.
All right, thank you,
These are-
sir.
Well, because I want to make sure we're, bam, bam, bam. All right.
Wow.
I'm trying to see if there's any nice quotes I can take from this article.
Sure.
That's pretty intense, though. I mean, like, you would think. I mean, like, I feel like Ben would have said something. How old is this rumor?
Here's a
This
random
is-
quote, okay? Are you going to stay for the freak show? She yelled to Claire. It's coming. I'm going to go because I've seen it. It's a random quote just in the middle of the thing. It's separate,
Maybe
too.
there's a
There's no really
maybe there's a
context.
special time where everyone shows up.
It said one
ready to
morning
go.
last summer. That's all it says.
One morning.
This is the weirdest article I've ever
Is
seen.
this like a rumor?
No, this is I'm
This is
telling you, this
facts.
is real.
This is fact.
I've heard this throughout like my entire high school career.
Really? I
I've
don't
heard
know
that
about
like they fuck.
Let's see what Emily
You
Goulet
go
was-
there, you fuck.
That's wild.
And there's a lot of like I've heard some drug stories too. You know, the owner's like a crazy motherfucker too, right?
Yeah.
Jim Worthington.
you can
say
Yeah, Jim Worthington.
Yeah,
fuck,
well,
fuck you.
yeah,
dude.
you can look it up. You can look it up.
He's got
So
enough
go-
articles about him.
Right,
Yeah, it's true.
right.
Trump spoke there, actually.
And I actually went to that.
Dude, really?
I went to that. Yeah. I mean, only like all right. I don't actually support Trump at all, but I did go to the rally because it was like so close.
So you
And I
just
was
went
like-
just cause.
I was like, I just got to see what this is like. And
Was it-
Was it funny?
it was like really just like it
a
was
hype
funny
show.
to an extent, like when you first get there, but it's like because the problem is like all the everybody there, like I don't necessarily agree with in a political sense
right.
because I'm not really a Republican or anything like that.
I don't think any of us are hardcore on either side, though, which is good.
Yeah, no, yeah, I
Yeah.
think we're all pretty neutral.
Yeah.
about
Most
things.
most.
Yeah.
I would say
people
I
are.
lean left, but like I'm not super.
You guys both lean
interested in
left. I lean a little right, but I think we're both very close to the middle, which is
So it's like
yeah.
I don't know. It's like everybody's like opinion is kind of already not mine when I'm there. So it's kind of funny to extend because like they're all kind of crazy, and then the Hillary Clinton supporters were like at the fences like yelling at them. So everybody's yelling at each other.
I
That was
actually
the best
saw
part.
them because I was coming home from work. Remember, I used to work at that place, the car place.
Oh right.
Yeah, so I was coming back from work at like 8:30 or something. So I get off the 90. I get off 95 and get onto the bypass to come by the Knack, and all I see is like all these people on the other with the huge signs and stuff, and I see like tons of cops, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And I call my mom. She's like, oh, Trump's speaking over there. I'm like, oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So
So we were at So when like they fill up the Knack because at the time the pool's not in yet. So
the outdoor pool.
there we go. I swear to God, I was hitting that fucking button.
Sure.
So the outdoor pool wasn't in there, but they had the fence. So the line is already in the into the fence. But if like the Knack, there's like that it almost looks like a hanger like in the back. You know what I'm talking about?
The pavilion.
That's actually
Yeah.
where the speech was being held.
Yeah, I never was. Yeah.
So we're like trying to get in, and the speech started, and we're like not even close to getting in, and they were kind of at capacity.
Was he on time?
I don't know. I don't remember. But
was
I remember
crazy.
the speech was so short, it wasn't even worth it. He talks about the Navy, I think. He's like, oh, yeah, we're going to build up a bunch of battleships and more sailors. Yeah. And then everybody goes crazy. And then that was like kind of the only part of the speech I remember. I do remember it being so short, and it was definitely military focused. And then he left. And then so we were already outside. We didn't get to go in. So me and Tyler, actually, and I think somebody else, we were walking down the street, and we ended up seeing him like drive away.
Oh, that's
Wow.
cool.
And he waved.
Oh, really?
Back, yeah.
That's pretty sweet. I was curious about how celebrities handle like events and shows because I'm like people who are late all the time.
Mm.
Like you can just tell they don't really give a shit and like care about their fans or audience. And they're, like if they're always late, if you're like sometimes late, I get it.
Yeah.
Like, you're a celebrity, you have shit to do sometimes. It just gets in the way. But like I heard there was one story about I think Justin Bieber like didn't come on stage for like a couple hours because he was like playing a video game or something. So like
That's
wanted to finish a
fucking-
video game or some
that's
shit.
crazy.
Mm.
Yeah. So he was young, obviously, but still, when people do
I
that
can't
shit,
pause. I can't
Yeah.
pause.
Yeah, I can't. I'm in a league game,
Right.
okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck.
Damn.
Top 5 in Apex.
It's
Jesus.
a long time.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just lose a lot of respect for people like that who are late
Mhm.
because you leave fucking 50,000 people in an audience who paid tons of money to see you.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, geez, come
He just
on,
got
man.
married.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Yep.
To who?
yeah.
Haley Baldwin.
The Baldwin family.
The Baldwin.
I was actually just watching the roast of Alec Baldwin, dude. His daughter went at him.
Really?
Apparently, she like hates him or something.
Okay.
She was like, "Oh yeah, like I don't even know anything about you."
I don't know anything about them either. But
the Baldwins.
She's sexy though.
yeah,
They're
I know
just a
of
big
That's
rich
his. That's her
family.
uncle, I think.
Alec.
Haley Baldwin's uncle is Alec
Oh.
Baldwin. Yeah.
They're a big rich family.
How long do you think this marriage lasts?
I think they'll be. I don't think they're gonna get divorced or anything.
I feel like it's any typical celebrity marriage. So you give
I don't
it,
think
you
so.
give it 5 or 6 years, and they pretty much always divorce.
I don't know. His Instagram, he's like pretty crazy about her.
Cool. I mean, like you normally are at the beginning of marriage.
That's true.
Yeah.
But like to his extent, I don't see other celebrities like that. It's like pretty weird. They got married pretty quick too.
Very quick.
Yeah.
That was like Miley
was-
Cyrus.
How long were they
Yeah,
in a
they're
relationship
gone now.
before they got
Miley's.
married?
Oh, I have no idea.
They had problems though. They went on and off.
It wasn't.
her
It wasn't like
and Hemsworth.
multiple years.
Yeah. all right.
But Chris Hemsworth's brother, Liam,
Mhm.
got married to Miley Cyrus, and I think their marriage was like less than a year.
They
maybe
just
a year.
divorced. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
He said he was sick of it. She's fucking crazy.
Well, like you
Yeah.
had to have known that going into it. Hello.
Yeah, she does.
Wait,
seem a
I
little
thought she was a lesbian.
nuts. Maybe she changed her mind.
Who the fuck knows? man?
I'm over this.
She's
Maybe
This
she's
whole penis-
bisexual. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
bisexual.
Penis,
dick.
it's not that good.
Moving on.
Yeah.
She had some weird videos though.
Fuck. I'm
Oh.
sorry. Look. It's gonna take more than a session to learn this.
Well, we'll do rotations so you don't take all the blame. Okay.
Yeah, fine.
Except for me, because
Nah,
I'm too
fuck
far.
that. We
Yeah,
just
because
make
no,
Danny
because the problem is
practice,
like then
then
they're
then
gonna
we're all
right,
shitty.
right.
That's true.
Yeah,
Be
it's
shitty 'cause we're-
Specialization, boys.
There we go. So we had one thing. Speaking of celebrities, we're all really excited to see the Joker.
Oh
It's
yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
a fucking bomb
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
All
First
good
good
ratings, I've
DC
heard.
movie in a long time.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad shit. Batman vs Superman shit.
Yeah, shit.
The Flash running
Justice
with a
League
little girl
shit.
shit.
What are your expectations on it?
I think it's gonna be just brilliant acting.
But I mean, as a movie, like you think the acting itself is just gonna like take over the movie, or do you think
Yeah.
like the plot is gonna be what prevails at the end?
I think it's gonna be the acting. I don't think the plot's gonna be. I
It's
think
gonna
it's
be
gonna
the
be.
acting. I agree.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a different twist on the character, but I don't think it's gonna be something so far and beyond like amazing of a story that's gonna blow us
Yeah.
away.
I don't think it's something that people are going to be expecting. Like, I think a lot
Maybe.
of people are going into it being like, "Oh, this is like Batman's rival," and it's like,
Oh, no,
it's
that's-
not. It has. I don't think it has anything to do with Batman.
No, not at all.
No, I don't even-
think
So,
anyone.
I don't
is-
think there's gonna
You
be,
think
like, a
people
lot
actually
of-
think that?
Sure.
I don't think anyone thinks that. That actually like is a comic book fan.
Oh, well, that's an actual comic book fan. Sure. But I'm
Yeah,
saying most
I
of the
don't-
people watching this aren't going to be comic book fans.
No, yeah, I agree. I don't think any. I don't personally. I had no thought of it being any Batman related.
I'm pretty sure you can actually see Bruce Wayne in the trailer.
Really?
And he's a little kid.
Oh, but like, I don't think it's going to be action packed like a Batman movie.
No, I mean I think there's gonna be action scenes, like cool action scenes.
Right.
but
right. I don't think it's going to be anything.
I think it's
crazy.
mostly about his character
It's
and
not
like
gonna be him
building
blowing
him
up buildings like he was in previous
Oh,
movies,
yeah,
you know?
no.
It's not going to be that peak Joker that we know.
No, it's not gonna
No.
be like that.
It's
It's
all
gonna be
about,
like super early career
Yeah.
Joker.
Yeah.
and
Well, really,
small
before he got
killings
started.
and shit like that.
Now, as a comic book nerd, like here's the thing. Kind of part of the thing that everybody likes about the Joker, in a sense, is that his origin isn't very clear.
Right. Right.
So like to have, because here's the thing about comic books recently, is that because the movies are so successful, they tend to influence the comic book. Should be the other way around, because that's
Yeah.
where your source material is coming from. So I hope that like if the movie, when the movie does really well, like financially and also critically, I hope it doesn't become like kind of the accepted Joker origin.
Oh yeah, that's a
Because
good
the point is like it's not really supposed to be any particular one. Like
Right.
it's like because even like I don't know if the movie's based on The Killing Joke, but in The Killing Joke, it kind of is like an origin story for him. But the whole point of it is like sort of that it's an unreliable narrator, so you can't really trust the Joker
Gotcha.
because he's so mentally fucked.
Right.
So there's always still that question, but the answer's kind of there. You know.
Yeah.
I say we
I
see
don't
it
want it to
tonight.
be solidified. You know what I'm saying?
I say we
I
see it
want to see
tonight.
it. So
Yeah, I say
I'm
we- I
like,
say we
I'm
see it
looking, I'm
tonight.
fucking, I'm jumping up and down here in my
Yeah,
seat.
if we can't,
Then
if we
go
can't,
see it.
if we
Yeah,
can't work out,
but-
then we should see it tonight. I'm down. if you don't care that I've seen it already.
This fucking guy.
So speaking of this whole thing, there was a video I saw the other day. Me and Sam have already seen it. Danny hasn't. We're gonna show everyone. So Joaquin Phoenix was on Jimmy Kimmel, and Joaquin Phoenix is the main actor of the movie that we're talking about, Joker. Sponsor.
Yeah.
So
Sponsored by the Joker.
do like a crazy laugh.
Yeah, right.
So he's on Jimmy Kimmel, and he somehow Jimmy Kimmel's, I think he got it from one of the directors or something, got a clip of behind the scenes of Joaquin Phoenix getting a little upset or annoyed with some of the people on
It
set.
was a cinematographer who's getting pissed
Yeah.
off.
And so we'll show you the video. I'm going to pull it up here. Danny, I think you're going to be a little...
Did you set the
Oh, I
thing
don't
to
think we set the
TV?
TV.
Yeesh.
Oh, we're not gonna be able to hear it. Full clip.
Cut.
Be back.
Cut.
Cut this. Sam, cut this.
As I was saying,
Yeah.
we're going to
Ah.
be showing you this nice video here.
Completely clean and uncut.
Yeah,
Yep.
no cuts. We don't do cuts
Ew,
around here.
uncut.
Nothing.
Danny, chill.
Sorry.
So, yeah, let's get it started.
Really funny and
So here he's just kind of talking about the set mood.
Yeah.
It's interesting that you say that because Todd sent me.
So he said that, and it's hard for us to hear, to Danny, he said that the mood on set was very bright and like fun, and they had a good time, that it barely felt like he was working. So then he goes, "It's funny you say that," and then he shows this clip.
Okay.
So
An outtake reel, and we cut it down a bit, but
Yeah, he cut it down to literally just like the most embarrassing part.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's like one little scene.
tell us what was happening here.
no, just like the constant whispering. Just shut the up, dude. I'm trying.
Dude, like, hold on, pause for a sec. Like, it's one thing to be like totally serious on set. Like that happens all the time, right? I think for this part right here, like he's obviously trying to get in the mood.
Yeah.
If you know anything about Joaquin Phoenix, this man takes all of his roles very seriously.
Right.
Like he
Yeah.
nails all of them in character, spot on.
Yeah, and I think it's funny how he says it. Oh, you whispering? Shut the fuck up.
Like he's just trying to like zen, you know? He's just trying to
Right.
like get in the mood.
Yeah, and apparently, let's play a little more of it.
Sorry, it's not like it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal.
Definitely a big deal.
I don't think it is. I mean, like he's just saying he's like it's not a big deal, just like chill. I'm trying to do my thing.
Then
Right,
he says
that's all this
he says
is.
it's a big deal. Kind of is.
I know you started the shit thing, Larry. It's funny.
So everyone making fun of me like I'm a fucking diva. I think he's just like. I also think he's a little messed up from losing all that weight. I'm sure he's not in the
Sure.
greatest health.
I mean, like he's the kind of person who's I don't know if he straight up is a method actor, if you know what that is, where
Yeah.
they fully
Take
the role, yeah, that's
take it
possible.
offset.
Yeah.
Right.
But like to play the Joker in a serious position, you got to be sticking to your guns. You know, you
Right.
got to be like
It's real art.
in the mode.
These are the kind of like roles that I see like as art. Like this person
Oh, for
is
sure.
a fucking killer actor who's
Right.
like how about what was it? Great Gatsby.
Yeah.
Similar kind of movie. Like those kind of movies are the ones I'm like,
Yeah.
holy shit! Like this guy nailed
Yeah,
it.
that movie
DiCaprio
sucks.
does pretty
No,
good.
but he's
Wolf
great
of Wall
as
Street.
like
Wolf of Wall
DiCaprio is
Street's
great as
fantastic.
Great Gatsby.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
You ever seen The
he's
Revenant?
Revenant,
Oh,
yeah.
The Revenant's crazy.
Dude, that's about as method acting as
crazy
you can get.
shit. Yeah.
That's
That's
true.
crazy.
What other good actors do that?
Also, you know
Method
what?
actor,
You know, it's
Jim
also not
Carrey.
appreciated is because in like The Revenant, all the lighting's natural, which is a
Really?
crazy thing to think about.
That is crazy.
Wow.
They filmed that whole fucking movie outside.
Oscar?
Yeah, they definitely got
Yeah, one
Oscars
Oscar,
for
yeah.
cinematography. Yeah, it did.
That was Leo's first.
I'm just gonna finish this.
Yeah, and that's how he won. Yeah.
Sharon, just seeing your actor, dancer, fashion icon. How is that an insult? I can't do this, man.
So then he gets offset.
So first off, let me just say, clearly the people on set aren't getting along like super well, right?
Right.
Like they're calling him a diva for like whatever fucking list. I'm sure they're making fun of him like being Cher, right?
What does that mean? I didn't even know.
Cher?
Yeah.
She's a
The
celebrity.
singer?
She's
I
a
don't know what the
musician.
fuck that
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Do
Wow.
you believe in love?
I know the
after
song. I don't know
love?
who it. So why would they calling him that?
He's being a diva.
Right.
Okay.
That's why he's getting pissed
Gotcha.
off.
I had no idea what they were talking about when they said that. I was just like,
Okay.
all right, seems like they're being
So
assholes.
if you notice at the very end of that, most of the time they play that kind of shit, the audience is cracking up, everyone's like simmering down so that they can talk again.
Yeah.
Dead silence.
Then they start laughing for some dumb reason.
Listen to this.
Now, what happened there? Who's Larry?
Yeah, Larry is the cinema.
He seems so uncomfortable. Like
How awkward is that?
That's a fucking terrible.
Here's my problem with this thing.
Yeah.
All right, all these talk shows are fucking.
That's
Scripted.
that's what I'm saying. So is it that
You could just
they-
be acting. Like I don't
No,
know.
that's true.
Yeah.
Or what if it's scripted for the producer and everything? I don't know if it's always scripted for the actual person.
yeah,
Me
for the
neither.
guests too.
I don't-
Always?
things
Every little
I don't-
thing?
I don't think every
Because you know
little
why
thing
I
is.
know that? Because if you look at like a lot of Conan O'Brien stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
a lot of it is like you can look up certain like outtakes and stuff from rehearsals where they
Sure.
have them on.
Okay.
Because it's not like, but like these aren't live shows. They
What
say
about-
they're live, but they're not.
What about like Ellen? When people, Ellen's, there's like
Scares
a
the
skit
shit
on
out of
Ellen.
people?
Yeah, she scares the shit out of people. That's obviously not scripted.
Yeah, that's different than showing a clip.
Yeah, but he knows that he wouldn't be comfortable with him showing this clip, so obviously why would he tell him about it?
Right. And listen to the reaction. Like,
This is so embarrassing.
And did he call you Cher?
Yeah, look, sometimes movies get intense because you're a lot of people in a small space and you're trying to find something. And,
right, see?
So it can feel intense.
What do you think? You don't know?
If it wasn't,
He
like
goes
a-
on to explain it and he
tonight, like a-
apologizes.
wait, what happened?
He goes on to explain and apologize about it.
Yeah, he apologized and he goes, an official message will be released by my publicist later.
Tomorrow.
Like, he straight up doesn't want to talk about it. It's very evident.
I think. I mean, I never know.
Sure.
Well,
maybe
finish
it is
the clip. Finish
scripted.
the clip, because now I'm curious.
Yeah.
I'm a little embarrassed.
Did you catch that?
Supposed to be private.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys had to see that.
I blame
It's later on. I don't want to play the whole clip for
Yeah, yeah.
copyright
Alright, fine,
reasons,
fine.
but it's
Wait. So
What?
wait. I guess for context, is this like a big thing on the internet right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Got a lot of-
if you can, maybe we can open it up later. Whatever. The dislikes are like half and half at this point.
yeah,
Okay.
It's bad.
it's close. Yeah.
I read something like this was posted yesterday, and I was reading something this morning that was like incident on Jimmy Kimmel's show. Like it was an article.
Oh yeah,
about it.
and people in the comments are ripping him
Like
apart.
I think it's legit.
Yeah.
Never
Which just
know.
makes Jimmy Kimmel and the production team like.
I'm sure there's
such
already
scumbags.
videos out saying, "Oh, the thing on Jimmy Kimmel's fake." We could try to find something maybe along the lines of
Probably.
that.
There's
see if
probably on
something
both
going
sides.
Yeah. Just like.
Classic media, never knowing the difference.
Yeah. That's
Right.
that's my problem. It's like, because I know those are all
I
of
know
like
they're
the
scripted,
skits
yeah.
that they do. Like all that's fucking pre-recorded.
You want to switch our scene back? So
Ah,
they don't
fuck.
have to stare at our desktop. It's okay. Hopefully, most people
I'm
aren't watching this
trying,
for like.
alright?
They're not watching for like.
Quality.
No. Well, okay, maybe they're not watching
Yeah,
for
right.
quality, but like they're not watching like the video for being like, oh, let's watch
Yeah,
them
true.
stare at each other and talk.
Yeah, I see them fuck up all the time.
I know.
Losers.
Yeah.
Hopefully, people are like alt tab or
Fuck
something.
them.
I have an update from our second podcast. I think, I believe so. We talked about Spider-Man. We talked about Cube World. I don't know if they're in
right.
separate podcasts or whatever.
They
but
were.
They were. All right. Well,
1 and 2.
episode 2 is definitely one of them. Was Cube World, I think. So Cube World came out, released fully on Steam. It's not bad. It's just like very different than what I think people wanted
Right.
to get.
Right. I mean, I'm sure it's exactly what the director or like the
Creator.
developer wanted.
Mm.
And it's definitely different. And he's changed the way that you're supposed to progress in the game, which is like the biggest overall thing
Yeah.
that had happened. And it's gotten to like, in my opinion, I don't understand the point. Like,
Yeah.
I'd like to know, like, the whole idea is you max out in one region and you do all the things you can, and then when you leave that region, all your gear is like poo-poo. Like,
And you have
it
to
doesn't-
reset.
Right, you pretty much reset and just start all these quests and you do everything over.
It's like
again.
leveling 1 to 100 in each different region. So there's
But-
no actual permanent progression. It seems like. I mean, there is from like artifacts, but it's nothing that's like.
That's,
so-
there's
it-
like aren't
it's
there
not-
like 5 or 4 benefits from total artifacts?
Yeah, it's nothing crazy. It's
makes
like
no
flying,
sense.
gliding speed and pet speed. Like it's nothing that makes you want to get new moves or
Yeah.
do crazy shit like
Just
that.
like passive
Right.
bonuses.
So
It really it makes no sense.
I wish they kept the old version, like at least the old like moves, fighting, kind of that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Added some newer moves and then just changed the regions around, like the looks of the biomes
Yeah.
and how multiplayer works. But I think you did a little too much of what people wanted,
I just don't understand like
and I was so hyped.
there's no point for progressing. Like you literally just like, oh,
Yeah.
why would I ever leave a region if I can just stay in one and be in like max gear? Like
Yeah.
I guess you won't find more new gear, but like why would you leave and just go do the same thing again for virtually no
It's kind of
reward?
stupid.
Are you supposed to build in that game?
No, but they're
Eventually-
gonna add it apparently.
Apparently that's supposed to be a later update, but like
Wow.
I
as
don't
of
see
right
how that
now,
would
no.
be-
Like what the
What's the point of building though if you're just gonna leave
what's
the
the
region?
what's the
you're
point of
in?
doing anything?
Yeah.
There's no like progress bar where you're like, oh, I gotta get this and I'm leveling up for this. It's like there's none of that. It's
Yeah.
just
You don't get
fucking
XP from killing
explore.
mobs anymore.
Hmm.
No. You
That's
level up
bizarre.
from beating each region, but then you're going to another region with no gear, so you're level 2
And there's
with no gear. It's like
Infinite regions. The whole. It's like very.
weird.
It's like, what's the point?
yeah.
I beat 6 regions. Sick.
Good job. You're level 6 with nothing to show for it
It's not
except
even
for
like
your
you're
fast
level
gliding.
6. It literally is not like you're level 6. There's no like, oh, you've beaten 3 regions. There's no counter.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I don't
So
get it.
wait, you don't take the gear with you when you leave?
You
You
do,
do,
but
it's
it's
just-
weak as hell in
The
other regions.
stats don't.
Oh.
The stats change when you cross the
I
line,
gotcha.
the
Yeah.
border.
It's weird. And then another update we had: Spider-Man made a deal. You see the video he posted
I mean,
I
like,
did.
on
Yeah,
Instagram?
Yeah, yeah,
oh
that's
my
great.
god,
That was
that's
funny.
he's fucking.
I mean, like
man.
to be honest, we kind of all saw this coming. We kind of
Yeah.
knew they were just
Yeah.
eventually
We did
going to figure out
predict
a
I think
deal.
it's
What just
25% Marvel's getting now instead of like
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
whatever it was.
I heard
Um,
Disney, and this might be the other way around, so don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure Disney banned all Netflix ads on their stream, like in any type of relation to Disney streaming.
Mm-hmm.
So like you'll never find Netflix ads or like on any Disney.
That makes sense because of the
Sponsored program?
Disney Plus coming
Yeah,
out.
Yep.
Disney Plus.
So there's apparently a
When does it come out?
sponsor war going on or something like that.
When does it come out? Disney Plus?
November.
Yeah, November.
It's exciting. They already have so many things lined up for like
They have
when
a
it
shit
launches,
ton.
like
Disney has
actual
so much.
like private shows. Do you think they're gonna launch with the new shows from Marvel? Like
no,
any of them?
No, I think the only major show they're really launching with, like, is like everybody's looking forward to, is The Mandalorian.
Oh, that's launching with.
Yeah, Disney Plus. That's
Oh,
it,
okay,
I
cool.
think.
Do you
As far as I
think
know.
so? Do you think all previous Marvel movies will be accessible on Disney Plus
Yeah,
at all times?
they will be.
So like, we're on Netflix. We have like 2-year contracts with
Yeah.
bullshit. Do
No,
you think
Disney
they'll-
Plus, it's going to be permanently on there.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
we'll have
it's pretty
Doctor
sweet.
Strange. We'll have
Yeah.
Endgame. We'll have
Yep.
Infinity War.
And that's when it launches, too. All of them will be there.
Nice. That's awesome.
And I think they bought Fox, so they're going to have all the Simpsons episodes. Yeah, that's pretty big.
That's huge.
$7 is gonna be the.
That's not even bad.
Damn.
It
Everyone's
says
gonna
Disney's
switch.
$7 rival to Netflix will stream its big budget movies and exclusive original
Everyone-
shows from
everyone's
Marvel,
gonna
Star Wars,
switch.
Pixar, and its own studios.
They're halving the
Um,
price of Netflix.
Yeah.
I guess so. Oh wait,
And you get 4K, too, with the $7.
I can't wait to use your
I think it's
account.
because of pre-order. So Disney offered a pre-order discount that cuts $40 from a 3-year subscription or $20 off a 2-year subscription. The deal for U.S. pass holders only expires like October 11th. Disney Plus will cost $7 a month in the U.S., half the price of HBO now, and a big discount compared to Netflix.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Netflix has dropped their price too, because like
Oh, shit.
most
4K Dolby.
Yeah,
That's
you get
awesome.
that. Like with Netflix, you have to pay extra for that bullshit.
most like cable providers, they have in their package Netflix like included, and I feel like that is, you know, you don't end up seeing the bill. You just like you don't see the monthly
Yeah,
subscription
right.
just thrown in the bill.
Right.
But I think Netflix is cheaper. I think Netflix is like $10 or $11.
It'll also be on Roku, Apple TV, Xbox One, PlayStation 4.
I do know that the Marvel shows are going to have Marvel movie budgets.
That's so cool.
Which is
Whoa.
nuts.
Wait,
That's a
Isn't that
big
nuts?
ass
Are you-
budget.
Are you
That's
serious?
way
Yeah, I just read an
Okay,
article
how
about
is
it.
that
Yep.
accurate?
I mean, honestly,
Because
like,
they're going to make so much money off this shit.
Yeah.
They can afford it.
Shit.
honestly, the budgets though that I've seen for like some movies, like Spider-Man and the Guardians, like they're low budgets compared to how much they're making. Like I think
Well, yeah.
Guardians was like 160 million, which
Yeah.
is fucking
Their-
low
their
for a
budget?
budget.
That's
Their
high
budget.
as fuck.
Not compared to how much they're fucking bringing in. They're bringing.
Oh
like,
yeah, compared to
$1
how much they're
billion
bringing.
dollars.
But like, think about it. A TV show with that budget is fucking nuts. I
Well,
didn't know.
what's a famous TV show that?
Game of Thrones.
Okay, let's see Game of Thrones budget.
Not even close to like. Oh my god. Game of Thrones had probably, if I guessed, probably 2 million.
Wait,
max
I want
an
to guess. I
episode.
want to guess. How much do you say?
I'm saying 2 million an episode max.
Really?
Look up season 8, so we get the max.
The most
budget.
popular episode I have here is it's the biggest episode ever.
12?
Yeah,
12 million per episode.
for one episode.
Yeah, so I'm
15,
gonna guess.
15 million on the last episode.
Oh, I was close.
Yeah,
So how much? What was the budget total?
I can look at each individual episode. I think.
So like I'm gonna guess like 90.
See if there's a chart
Nah,
here.
it's gotta be less. Maybe like 60.
That's
60.
10 million per episode on season 6.
10 million per
On season
episode.
6, which
season
was
6.
10 episodes. So
'Cause I've heard the
That's
Netflix-
close to a Marvel movie budget if you're going all the episodes combined. Right?
Dude,
Yeah, but that was only for the last season. They did 6 episodes.
So
if you
60 million.
take-
I
So
think
like,
it's
let's
less.
just say 150 million. Divide that by like 6 or 7. What do you get?
Oh, I don't fucking know. What the hell?
You have a
are
fucking
it's
calculator
like
right
two,
there.
It's like 2.5
No, I'm
million.
not
Whatever.
looking
It's
it
like
up.
2.5
Yeah.
million.
Yeah.
No way.
You
What?
just how much did you
Wait,
say?
how many
150 million dollars.
25 million.
25 million for one episode.
You just said 160 divided by 6.
Tell me what to put in
No.
the calculator.
150.
150 million.
You don't actually have to put the million, but fine.
Okay.
Divide that by 6 or 7. Choose.
We'll do 6.
Okay, how much is that?
7's just over 2.
So yeah, 2.5 million.
I literally said that.
Really?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound right. I heard it was
Or
like
25. It's 25 million, isn't it?
Yeah. No, it's not. He's right.
It is. Yeah,
He's
it is
right.
25 million. 150 divided by 6. 150 million divided by 6.
Math was
25
not
mi-
my
That's
strong
25
suit.
million. That's 25 million.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because that's what I heard. The report that I heard was like 25 million.
Yeah. Well,
That's a
okay, let's see the
crazy budget.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Because they were going all out and dumping the rest of the money that they were going to
Guardians of
spend
the
on
Galaxy
other
was a lower
seasons in the
budget
last
one.
season.
Right.
And that's 200 million.
Huh?
Guardians was 200 million. That was one of the lower budget ones.
Yes.
Avengers, the first one was 220 million.
So let's acknowledge
Doctor
the fact.
Strange 165.
How much was Endgame?
Oh,
I
Endgame
think
was
it ended up being $1 billion, right?
no 400 million.
Let's acknowledge.
Oh, yeah, right.
Let's acknowledge
Yeah.
the fact that if we had roughly $100 to $200 million per episode, or sorry, per show
Yeah.
being invested into these shows, that they're going to be absurd.
Great shows. I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah.
Loki is going to be fucking sick.
Let's say runner-up is
Besides
Game
the
of
title.
Thrones. Game of Thrones is an incredibly produced show with millions and millions and millions of dollars invested.
Right.
Not many shows come close to that.
Right.
And we're going to have every single show on Disney Plus doing that
Yeah,
At
that's
least most
crazy.
of
through
them, I'm
Marvel.
sure.
Through
Yeah.
Marvel.
For the Marvel ones. And the Star
Marvel.
Wars ones probably will have this.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
the Mandalorian's probably gonna have some good budget.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
I know they didn't put any of the budget towards that Loki title.
Yeah, I know.
They had
So
so
that
much
was
money.
that was probably like
Yeah,
Google
because I
Paint.
heard because the report said that the Wanda show and the Winter Soldier show had about like I think they said around 25 million per episode.
25 million per episode.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
which is that's what we just calculated right there.
That's
Right.
ridiculous, though.
Isn't that
So-
Oh
absurd?
my god.
fuck. Like how the fuck?
I don't know, man.
Because you know what it is. They didn't want to sacrifice like the Marvel look.
Right.
That's how they put it.
Right, right. It
That's a
makes
good.
sense.
That's a good. That makes sense. Yeah, definitely.
When-
Because I didn't want to see a cheap version of the movies.
Right.
Like that. You see those characters that you've already seen on camera. Do that, you're gonna be fucking pissed because
Yeah.
you're like, this looks like shit.
Right.
When you have a series that is clearly your front runner, most revenue gaining movie series of all time, dominating every single box office weekend, you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna invest that kind of money into shows.
They're gonna be
yeah.
fucking hardcore on copyright claims.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
They're gonna be fucking.
Also, you know what
people.
sucks? I heard that you can't you're not going to be able to like watch them right away. They're going to release them
Oh,
one
slow
episode out a
release.
week.
Yeah.
Which is really fucking.
I like the
annoying.
Netflix way.
I like it too.
Then again, it does build hype for them.
Yeah,
which is
it
good.
does.
'Cause I do miss that hype kind of feel. Mm-hmm. It sucks though when they go on break for the whole season though. That's when it gets bad because
Yeah.
then you're like, all right, I have to wait for this whole another season just to get my first episode, second episode.
Right.
Or you get halfway through, they leave you on a cliffhanger, you don't come back for 3 months, and you're like, "Where's my fucking show?"
Yeah, I hope it's scheduled. Like it tells you right away because I hate when they have holiday times and shit. And they're like, oh, we're not releasing an episode this week.
it next week.
Yeah, we're not doing an episode.
Yeah.
This week. And then they'll do it multiple
Shit.
weeks in a row, and it's
Well,
like you
I
get
mean,
uninterested.
it's an automatic process. I don't think they'll do that because they'll be done filming the whole season.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're filming it like a
They'll be
movie,
edited
aren't they?
and done by the time this thing.
Are they gonna film it like a
happens.
movie almost?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
that's
Yeah,
where
it's
this
TV show,
fucking
yeah.
production level comes from.
Right.
With all the money they're spending.
Cool. I'm excited.
Yeah, man. So pretty much, if you think about it, you're just getting like a Marvel movie that's like 6-7 hours long
Right. Per season.
per season,
That's
right?
pretty
I
sick.
don't,
Wait,
now, I
they-
don't know if they're gonna do seasons. Like,
But did they
I think
also
a
say
lot of
that-
these are gonna be one-off shows.
Oh,
Obviously.
wait. What does that? What do you mean?
Like, I don't think like there's gonna be like a second like Wanda Vision.
I would like if they did
season.
a year thing where it was like an episode a week for a year. Not episode a week for a year, but like maybe half the year, and that's the whole thing. It's done. So it's not even like per season. It's just the whole story is told within that time
Mm-hmm.
frame. So every week you get an episode, but for 30 weeks or something.
So we're talking like Flash level episodes where there's like a shit ton of episodes per season.
right.
Flash?
Yeah, the Flash has
that's like-
22 episodes a season.
That's.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a. I guess that's
That's
a lot.
close to
but
26,
But
which is
there's.
one
I'm
every-
saying, continue the whole story. Don't do like the Flash, how each episode's a different villain or like one-off stories and inside of the season and
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the
no,
story.
I didn't mean like
I
that.
want like a progressive story to build up, have a start and an end in the whole year.
Mm-hmm.
Be cool with that. Because they have so many characters, they could do it for a long time.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly. I wouldn't be opposed to them just doing like one good show. Like once it's technically not even a season because it's just one
Right.
one season where they just do one good show for whatever idea they have.
Eventually, I'd be okay if they start doing like most of their brand new characters on the shows. Like start a character from a
Introduce
show
them,
because
so you
then
don't
you
need
can
a fucking movie for
Yeah,
them.
they're
yeah,
gonna
then
do
you can
that,
then you can get
Right.
tons of information from and get cool characters with the same budgeting stuff without
Right.
having to go to the movies.
Yeah,
It'll
they're
kill
doing-
movie theaters, but
They're doing She-Hulk.
I don't care
They're
about
doing
that.
Moon Knight, and they're doing Miss Marvel.
I'm excited for those.
I think there's another one.
She-Hulk, I'm not really excited for. I never liked the character that much.
it gets me a fucking good Hulk, I don't care. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
And now actually she's like that too. Like she's like more smart, like not like
More
Hulk.
smart. What the fuck?
All right. Well, I didn't say I was. I said
No,
she
no,
was.
no, I'm not correcting your grammar. I'm saying more smart than Bruce Banner.
No, what I mean is
As Hulk,
like she's not like
an
a crazy
intelligent version.
Hulk maniac.
Well, neither is Hulk now.
yeah, he's
Well, that's
fucking
what
terrible.
I know. That's what I was saying. Like
He's
they're
saying it's not good.
Oh, so it's gonna be poop.
You're not gonna get the Hulk ever again. I don't think.
I hate that. I
Sucks.
fucking hate it.
That's
my
Universal.
worst problem, Endgame.
Universal fucking. I hate them.
Whose call was that?
Universal. They own
No,
Hulk.
no, it wasn't their call. It was the fucking.
No, I'm
directors.
telling you, this is the
It had
thing.
to have been
No,
the
wait,
direct- it's
wait,
their movie.
Wait. Universal gets all money from sales of any kind of toys, right?
Sure,
Yeah.
Yeah. So why the hell would Marvel want to make a character so awesome and popular?
it's their movie.
It doesn't matter if it's their movie. They're not gonna profit off all this other stuff. Like they're not gonna profit off the Endgame, like toy money. They have to give some of it to the Hulk to Universal.
You think they sacrificed?
I think they purposely did not make Hulk a great character because of Universal owning them. I swear to
That's
God.
such a stretch.
Because
I
they
don't
didn't
think
take
so.
they didn't take a solo movie, right?
Yeah, I'll tell you why right now.
I know they can't. They're not allowed.
No. So I'm thinking even simpler. They didn't do it because
Which
they
you're good.
think about it like this. Sorry, you fucked me up there. If they God damn it, what was my
saying-
Switch the
point?
camera,
He's
damn
saying
it!
switch your
Wait,
scene.
Switch to me. Oh, fuck.
Oh my! Look at him
Fuck
slamming his
this.
hand on
This is
it.
gonna be tough. All right,
I feel like
they
really
don't-
just
they
keep your
didn't
hand
do
on
it.
it. So always keep your hand on it and do left, right. You know what I
I'm
mean?
gonna misclick when I get passionate. All right.
All right, never mind. You're too fucked
You're
up.
gonna
for
break
this.
his
Yeah,
brain.
right.
You're fired.
They didn't do it like that because if they wanted to, like if they had just kept him as the Hulk, then there's no design update, and if there's no design update, there's no new toy. You see what I'm saying?
I guess, but
And so if they give him the Professor Hulk suit, which they did, that's a whole new toy they can sell.
yeah, but it's for Universal.
Right.
I
So
just,
I'm saying to counter what you're saying,
Oh, okay.
if Marvel, because Marvel designed the new
If they
thing,
cared how much Universal was making
Right,
off it,
they
they
wouldn't have
wouldn't
made a
change
new
the character.
exactly. I also don't think they are willing to sacrifice the amount of like production.
Hey, this is tough because like I want to be in the conversation, and I got to think about the cameras.
It's a hard job.
I feel like it's
man.
not that bad.
Anyway, I feel like they would in no way be willing to sacrifice. Like, we can't be the only ones who want to see Hulk just go off. There's obviously a large number of people out there.
Oh, everyone wants to see that.
Right. So, like,
It was like Avengers 1 when he fucking
why would
slams
they?
Loki.
They're not
Fucking
sacrificing all of this production value just because Universal's like, we want to make more toys and profit off you guys.
amazing. I don't know, dude.
There's no way.
I'm skeptical.
It's all about money. Look,
I'm skeptical.
All this shit's about money.
Because I
Yeah, no,
don't
you-
see
yeah.
how the directors would fuck up so hard, and not just the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
How he's like, it looks like he's fucking coming when he falls over in the park. Remember, he's
Yeah.
he fucking falls over. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then I'm like, all right, you know what? He has this big background with Thanos now because he got his ass beat. Hulk does, like the actual character Hulk,
Right.
has this huge background. Same with Iron Man, same with Thor. They all have this really great background. They're gonna come back at him and fuck him up in the next movie,
These
which
pussies out.
Thor pretty much kind of got.
Yeah.
He got some of it. Captain America got the most when he had no fucking background with Thanos.
This was Captain America's movie.
Yes.
Which I don't
More
understand.
than Iron Man. More than Iron Man was Captain
I
America's
don't understand. I mean, Iron Man got
Which
the
is
final,
lame.
he got the revenge, but Captain America had no previous past with Thanos. He's just there to fight him.
He's just there to save America.
Because it's about the Avengers. It's
And
like
the world.
I
he's
get
the
it,
leader
but
of the
why
Avengers.
build up the whole Thor stuff, like killing Loki? Why build up Hulk getting his ass beat? Why build up all these other characters' story with Thanos when you had no closing part of it?
They beat his teammates, and they're my teammates because we're the Avengers.
Yeah, I see what
That's
you're
what I'm saying.
saying.
Like,
I mean, it wasn't.
Why have Hulk get his ass beat? I guess shows the strength of Thanos, but you could have done
Yeah,
that in
that's what it
tons
was.
of different
I know.
ways.
Yeah.
Why make that whole thing how Hulk is afraid to come out now because Thanos beat his ass when
Mm-hmm.
Hulk's never going to come back and fight him?
Right.
It makes no sense.
I'm still upset about it.
I wanted to see Hulk fucking wail on Thanos.
Yeah.
I wanted to see Worldbreaker Hulk grow into a maniac from all this gamma radiation or something, become the size of a
That's
planet.
where I thought they were going.
Become the size of a planet.
Well,
and start
they even like
punching the
kind of
shit out
tease it. They're like, "Yeah, well, it's all made out of gamma." Like,
Exactly. I was like,
oh fuck.
He's like, it's gamma. I'm like, and then all of a sudden his arms burned off. I'm like,
Yeah,
are you
right.
serious?
Yeah.
I'm like, you're the perfect chance.
Fuck.
Ugh, dude, that pissed me
So
off.
beat, and it's done.
And it's a great movie because like all that gets beat by how awesome the final fight was.
Yeah.
Like Captain America getting the hammer,
Oh yeah.
it made me feel some type of way.
Oh,
Yeah.
where did Hulk show off in the final fight?
Oh, I didn't even see him. Yeah, he's like sleeping or something.
He like runs.
You see him running with him, and that's it. You see his fucked up arm.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
god.
fucking lame.
Like, it's also really stupid. There's a scene in actually I think it was Infinity War. No, it was Secret Wars in the comics, where like he holds up a mountain. The
Oh,
Hulk.
I know that scene. Yeah.
So like when the building collapsed on them, I was like, oh, he's
He
gonna
can hold
go
it up.
fucking nuts and hold it up and let him out.
Yeah.
And then it's just Ant-Man that does it. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. There's actually a scene in the comics and a scene also in the cartoon they had where he holds up New York. You ever seen that?
Oh, yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
It's like that was the perfect opportunity to hold up the entire Avengers base, and then they get out, then they fight Thanos,
Right.
and he's fucking like beat or something.
So stupid.
So I feel like the only reason they didn't go World Breaker Hulk, maybe not the only reason,
Steal the show?
a good reason was like if you go World Breaker Hulk path, this man can split planets in half. He
Yeah,
can
they could've
he can
done a-
hold planets together when they're being split in half. Like that's you can't put that in a movie.
They
That
could have
was
done a
like,
weaker version of it, like they would Captain Marvel.
The
Like,
Fantastic Four movie where Galactus is fighting them.
oh yeah,
Oh God.
Try putting Galactus in a movie. Good luck with that.
yeah.
I
The
think
man
that's
who
where they're going.
The being that eats planets is like, oh, the Fantastic Four.
They're gonna kill me.
All right. That movie was so stupid because he's like Galactus was like a gas ball.
Oh yeah,
Remember that?
yeah.
He's like some stupid cloud.
And
going
Silver
towards Earth.
Surfer's getting yelled at by a ball of clouds.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I guess that would happen, but I heard a rumor that they're making a Silver Surfer movie.
That
That'd be
I
cool.
did hear,
That'd
and
be
I'd
cool.
be very excited.
It's
for
gonna be
that.
really trippy if they do that because he deals with some wacky shit.
Yes,
Yeah, I'd be
he's,
down.
he's.
I think they
debatably
should
one
do
of the
like they did
strongest.
with Thanos almost with the Avengers, where it's
Yeah.
a solo Silver Surfer movie. It's not like
Oh yeah, that's what they should
yeah,
do.
and then maybe throw in the new Fantastic Four if they ever get their own movie. But
Oh, yeah, they will.
definitely do like his journey off to other planets.
Yep.
And, like that'd be
He's-
sick.
He's for sure my favorite non-Avenger.
He's
The Silver
cool.
Surfer?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
fucking cool.
he's overpowered,
He's
still
very,
badass.
he's very overpowered.
but he's fun. He's
Yeah.
a good character, and I think, oh man, see, what I want to know is how they're gonna do the X-Men because like I don't know if like I guess like all the X-Men are gonna have their own movies and like
Do you
they're
think
gonna
it'll
do
be?
the X-Men ensemble movies
On Disney
right?
Plus or something.
Do you,
They can do Disney Plus. They can do movies. Like Wolverine can sell a movie. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But maybe
I was
not
watching
Like,
old Wolverine, like just clips.
Logan?
No, all of them. Wolverine, Logan, all
oh
of them.
yeah.
Great dude, fuck, he's awesome.
Man.
He is so awesome. The
I
jump,
know.
just the jump with the claws out.
Hugh
Oh
Jack.
my god. I also watched some X-Men scenes that I didn't even want to watch those movies, but I actually really liked the old Quicksilver. I liked the scenes he had. How it slows down everything. They did a really good job with the cinematography.
Oh yeah. No, the Quicksilver in the X-Men movies is way better than
Quicksilver or Silver Surfer?
like in the
My
X-Men movies
sister.
is better than the
Then the Avengers
no,
version.
yes, my sister. I got to save her.
Yeah.
I had
thought you
been
still
shot.
talked about Silver
So
Surfer.
bad.
Um,
And I think she just drops the accent later. Like
She does.
right?
They actually talked about it.
Do
They
they really?
yeah,
Like,
in every movie they slowly got rid of her accent. You know that?
no.
It's funny. They just stopped talking like a fucking.
Every once in a while you hear it though. Like just a hair. I'm talking. What do you mean?
No, never mind.
I was fucking talking. I didn't fuck up.
When we were, then I was like that, but then you start talking. No, whatever.
Yeah. Well,
This is rough.
there you go. You happy?
No,
We're
I was
talking.
saying wide shot.
Oh, you want the wide shot?
Yeah, let's do the wide shot.
Okay, we got the wide shot.
All right.
Nice.
And the
So,
conversation's dead.
do you think? No. I was gonna ask him. Do you think it'll pick up? The X-Men will pick up after Logan? Because like,
No.
isn't
It's gonna be
Professor X dead?
Yeah, it's gonna be a whole different story.
Yeah, I
they
think it's a
they
whole-
got it from Fox.
Yeah.
So
gonna
they're
be
just
all
gonna
Marvel.
do whatever the fuck.
We're gonna
they
do it
want.
Full
over.
wipe.
Full
Wipe.
wipe. Full
Yeah.
wipe.
Whoa.
It's
Oh, I heard a
Fox bought
cool
it.
ass theory.
Fox sold it to Disney, to Marvel.
Sure, but like, you don't think they'll pick up anything?
No,
Wow.
What they do with the other fucking things they bought? Spider-Man.
because they
Full-on
wouldn't
wipe?
make. I mean, the only way they could pick it up is if they do multiverse stuff.
Yeah, which I doubt they'll do.
I don't. I mean, no, they will do multiverse.
Yeah, but not with
They're
the X-Men,
teasing
I'm
it,
saying.
But I don't think
Yeah.
with the X-Men. But I heard a really cool theory, dude. Apparently, the theory is that Tony actually knew about the mutants this whole time, and he started Weapon X.
Whoa.
And that'd be fucking
That'd be
crazy.
cool.
Like before, like he shut down his weapons manufacturing.
Right.
They were like fucking up like Wolverine and everything.
And who's gonna take over Stark Industries? His wife.
His wife takes over. Well, in the theory, it's that like before he cancels the
Oh, his
Iron Man
daughter.
1.
Wait, I
End
totally
of
forgot
Iron Man
about
1,
his daughter.
No, I don't think she's had much to do with it. It's because we're gonna
She's
go back
smart
to.
as fuck, man. I don't know.
Oh wait, we are in the current time now, though,
Yeah.
right? We're in like the futurist time, like after like the
yeah,
5
it's
years.
5 years
yeah.
after. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
But like
The
the thing
daughter's
is, like,
on.
so then when he does stop weapons manufacturing, Obadiah, the Jeff character, he plays the Iron Mongol. What's the fucking last
Iron
name?
Man 1. You're talking about.
Iron Man 1. Bad guy in Iron Man 1.
Yeah.
Apparently, he like kind of splits that group up. So he essentially sells the division to the government. That's how they take over. But Iron Man did start it. I think it's a fucking good idea.
Not bad. I don't know. We'll see.
Because again, I think Wolverine will be the key to introducing the X-Men.
I hope
Oh,
they get
yeah,
a good cast for him.
They have to.
They didn't cast him yet, right?
No, they haven't announced anything about the X-Men.
Isn't there some new movie coming out that's directed by the same person that directed Deadpool? It's a superhero movie. Shit,
no
I
clue.
just saw a fucking commercial for it.
Who do you think would be good
I'll
as
think about
Wolverine?
it.
Do you have any actors in mind?
A lot of people keep saying
There was a poll for it.
who just played
Batman? Christian Bale? Oh, Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
Yeah,
He'd
everyone's
be
saying
sick.
Tom Hardy or Scott Eastwood.
I don't know who
You
that
know
is.
Scott Eastwood?
Yes.
Clint
Yeah,
Eastwood's son.
Yeah, Clint
Oh,
Eastwood's
wow.
son. Good looking guy.
That's
Good-looking
perfect.
guy.
Well, yeah, he's Clint Eastwood's son. What do
I-
you fucking expect?
Charlie Hunnam. See, I can see him. I've seen him before.
Can I see or what?
No, I don't have it on that screen. You're
Yeah,
fucked.
no, you're fucked.
Jason Momoa, no way.
I
He's
thought
too
it
big.
came to my-
No,
He's
No,
not too
no,
big,
he has
but
to cut his hair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he has to be Canadian.
yeah, he's
Right.
yeah, that's true.
Some fucking Samoan.
Yeah.
Liam
Wolverine.
Hemsworth. Liam Hemsworth's been desperate to get into a Marvel movie. It's bad.
Who?
Liam Hemsworth.
Oh.
He's been because he was supposed to be Thor.
Oh,
You know
that's
that,
not
right?
bad.
What?
Yeah, he
Oh, yeah, I
casted
did hear
as
about
Thor,
that,
and then his brother went to cast as well. And
Oh.
he
Chris
told him about
stole
it. He told Chris. No, he asked. He said you should try it too,
Oh.
and he got it.
I mean, I probably have the part, dude, but maybe you should try it.
John Bernthal, the Punisher.
The part's pretty much mine, bro, but just give it out. Try it out.
Hear that? The Punisher.
He comes home.
Who? Frank Castle? What?
No, Frank Grillo, the Punisher.
Hey, I'm Jimmy
The
Grimmo.
guy who plays the Punisher. He was Shane in Walking Dead.
What's his real name? Is it really
Oh
Frank?
no, not him. John Bernthal.
Oh, yeah, that's
John
what I thought it
Bernthal,
was.
My
Okay,
bad.
so it's actually
I've read another guy's name. Norman Reedus, the guy who in Walking Dead as well. He's
Oh, yeah.
fuck.
I don't know.
Daryl.
It's gotta be
right?
someone
Daryl?
big.
A
All
little
right?
too, like,
I think Tom Hardy's a
Southern,
perfect fit, in my
you know?
opinion.
Yeah, I'm down for Tom Hardy. Let me vote for him because you can vote. Thanks for voting. Top of the. He's actually the top by a lot.
Oh, shit.
Tom
Yeah.
Hardy, I don't see it. I don't think that's a good idea.
If he grows his hair out, I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
I'd have to see
He
like
also
a
has-
render. You know what I mean?
He
Like a
also has
render.
like the size for it.
I'm sure there's
Yeah.
one there.
He's really good
Wolverine's
at.
actually supposed to be really short.
I heard someone was saying that Tom Hardy is like one of those guys who like fills. He like changes his body really hardcore to
Ugh.
fit his roles. What does it say?
Surrender.
Oh. But he's like one of those dudes that throws on like 40 pounds of muscle for a role and then drops
Yeah.
30 pounds for the
Yeah, but
next.
he-
you know?
Right.
he's doing Venom. There's no way they're gonna let him do Wolverine.
Yeah, right.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Wait, is Venom under Marvel now?
No, it's under
Yeah,
Sony.
it's like a weird pseudo thing.
under
Oh,
Sony?
you know what I heard? Apparently, like what they're gonna do is Tom Holland is gonna play two versions of Spider-Man. Because so here's the thing. The deal, like that deal. Fuck this. The deal with Marvel is apparently limited to like a movie and another appearance in one of their movies.
Okay.
After that, there's nothing.
Renegotiating again or no?
Right, of course.
They might renegotiate, but what it could be is that they're just closing out his story with the next movie and then his appearance,
Okay, I doubt that. But
and
go
then
on.
after that he's gonna go play his own version of like, another version of Spider-Man
For Sony?
for Sony's.
That's a fucking joke. No way.
That's what's
They wouldn't
that's,
do
as far as we know. That's what it is right now.
Think about how hard Marvel would try and make the most perfect ending movie with him,
Mm-hmm.
and then they go, "Okay, Sony, here you go. He's all yours," and they have to
Yeah.
beat like the best Spider-Man movie they've ever made.
Yeah.
Sony would just be like, "Oh, we're gonna make a movie, and it's gonna flop
Here's a
because
Scott
no
Eastwood
one's gonna
render.
like it as much
Because
as
here's
this
the
one."
thing. Another thing,
I can see it. Yeah, Scott Eastwood.
you have to consider is that like the problem with here's the problem with like the two companies having a deal like this is that like you'd always have to keep providing them with Spider-Man movies, and eventually they're not going to want to do like a Spider-Man story anymore.
Right.
So eventually it will happen where they're just not going to do it because either they killed off Spider-Man, which they probably won't, or they just don't want to tell a story anymore. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, like if you think about it, like in every phase, Spider-Man would have to have a movie to keep Sony happy,
Pretty much.
and then you'd have to have appearances in other movies, so
Yeah.
people keep buying his shit.
makes sense.
So eventually, they're just going to cut him out.
I'm excited to see what they do with all these movies.
I really do think that the third one will be kind of like a send-off in a way. Well, it won't be a send-off; it'll be like a conclusion to his arc,
Right.
and then whatever this MCU movie that he's going to be in next, I think that'll be his send-off.
Maybe.
I don't like that. I hope that's not true.
You don't think he'll stay around for all of the future Phase 2?
No,
Wow.
Damn.
Because Marvel, I mean,
Sony.
Disney doesn't even like the deal. Like they don't want to do it really.
Right.
They just
It
know that
doesn't-
people
it's
love.
not their full advantage. So
That's true. And Disney likes to have control.
yeah,
So I doubt that's gonna work out. At
So.
least it's gonna be rough.
that's probably what's gonna happen. But who knows?
Oh well.
Sam had some stuff going on in stocks this recent week.
Oh,
I wanna
with
talk about.
trades. Well, it's more commodity. It's oil.
Pretty fucked up
Yeah.
from what I hear.
Yeah, it's
going
kind
on?
of crazy. To put it really basically, I mean, like I'd like to pull up graphs, but basically, U.S. exports are capping out for oil. How do I phrase all of this? So the storage of
Put you on the
oil,
spot.
pretty much oil. Yeah, really, but it's okay. Oil should be skyrocketing right now because storage is dropping. Our imports are increasing, are staying the same. Our storage is dropping. Our exports are increasing at an absurd rate, like the highest they've been in over 100 years. And production is at the highest it's been in over 30 years and capping out. But yet the price is not going up. We have the highest demand in oil we've had in over 30 years, and we don't have enough oil. They're making more tankers in order to provide more oil, and they just can't put out enough in order to satisfy the demand of oil right now. And so that would mean that if you have high demand, maxing out production rates, and it's not enough, and your storage is sinking, that something's not right. The price of oil should be skyrocketing, and yet it is declining. So they don't.
The stock price.
Yeah, right. The trade price of oil, like
Right.
crude oil. So a lot of economists, mainly people who are like oriented towards like geophysics, who are looking into like oil and geopolitics and stuff, are very confused as to why prices are not going up, because they're saying that like the lack of oil that exists compared to the demand of oil that still exists should mean that the prices of like crude oil should be skyrocketing by like 300%, 400%. Like we're talking
Sounds like a bubble.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're talking like so expensive you can't afford to fill up your car.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we're looking at it as on like a perspective of like you fly around in a plane for leisurely reasons and like vacation, and soon people aren't going to be able to afford to ship products overseas.
Right.
Like it's going to be a luxury to have ever visited anywhere that required a plane.
I want to talk about plane stuff and like the environment as well. I was reading up about. I saw a bunch of videos of celebrities like talking about the environment and shit.
Yeah,
And like obviously they all fly private planes, right?
most likely.
Yeah, and I understand like you have to fly private for a lot of like executives and celebrities because it's just fucking crazy
Security
mayhem if you
issues,
go.
yeah.
If you go on like a public plane.
Right.
But like, it's one of the most fucked up things for the environment. Private flying, like, it's fucked. And there's so many celebrities flying everyday private and advocating for the environment. It's like, how do you do that?
Yeah.
I understand, like, I get it that private flights are like that, but I feel like I'm not a celebrity, so I can't really say. But
Right.
I guess I'd go on a public flight if I was
It's
really
not-
for the environment that much.
It's not like super comparable, but it's kind of the same idea with cars and not tailgating. What's it called? Where you like am I saying it right? Tailgating, where you like join car, you sit in someone else's car and you both go to work instead of driving. to work.
Carpooling?
Carpooling. Thank you.
Yeah.
Think about like how kind of ridiculous it is that every single person going to like the same job location is just taking a separate car.
Yeah, not
Like
carpooling.
obviously there's people who use public transportation, they're saving on gas. There's people who are biking, they're saving on gas. But like
Mm-hmm.
a majority of people drive their own cars solo, like by themselves to their job. When like obviously they could carpool in a way.
Well, the reason it was so
It's
big
just
is
like
Google.
It's like private flying,
Well, Linda's kind of awkward in HR.
Right.
I don't want to talk to her.
Okay, fair enough.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, Google
live
flew
right next
out
to
a
her.
bunch of celebrities though to like their meeting they had,
Yeah.
and it was all private flights that they sent for everyone. So people made a big deal about how it was fucked up.
There's
You know the thing though, it's at the end of the day, like, let's say we all go electric and all that shit. India and China have such a problem.
oh
Like,
yeah.
Really, we should be like, all right, you guys have to get your shit together more than us.
Don't give a fuck.
They don't give a motherfucker.
I thought the same thing, but then I talked to one of our friends and he kind of shit on that. He said that it doesn't matter, doesn't like we should still be trying to.
Don't get me wrong. I'm on the page of we should be leading. We should be leading by example.
I'm in the button, nothing's happening. There we go.
There you go. You're hitting the wrong one.
No, I was not.
Oh, okay. It was
I
just
promise
laggy.
you.
Idiot.
I think it's lagged. Yeah.
I definitely am on the page that like we should lead by example.
Yeah,
like when
I agree.
people are like, "Oh, it costs too much money in order to be like eco-friendly and all of that, and like why should we do it if no one else is doing it? Why put a price on the cost of A, the future of humans, B, the cost of the future of the planet? Like, why
I
does that
agree.
have a price tag? What the? It literally determines whether or not we live in the future or we don't. How can you put a price tag on it? It's like, yeah,
'Cause-
well, 70 billions, that's too much. I don't think that's worth the future of human civilization.
Yeah, I think there should be no price on it, but I do think that countries have to at least come together and help out.
Oh, for
It
sure.
can't be because like we had the example. I talked to you about this. How we had our friend went to Korea for his deployment,
Yeah.
and he does runs here, and he's fine on his physical. But when he ran there, he didn't expect. He had other issues too, like he didn't sleep that great, but whatever. He could barely run the same kind of run that he did here because he just lost all his energy by the shitty quality of air that they have. Also, my social studies teacher, I think I told this story on here, not positive. He went to China, and the pollution there is so fucked that he couldn't even run like his normal morning run.
Right.
He like cut it in half.
Yeah, a friend of mine from high school. He was a cross country runner. He has family over in India that he would visit in the summer, and he was a cross country runner. So he has to come back from visiting his family in India over the summer to being in mid season for cross country. And so like when he spent his time in India, he was like, dude, it is terrible. Like I can feel my runs being shitty because of how bad the air is.
Yeah. So I think those countries have to start doing something. Like I don't know how we force that, but
It's really hard because, I mean, I would argue that a lot of Americans are very nationalistic. They love American pride and they want to focus, be like, hey, we have problems here that we need to focus on before we move to other people in the world, before we deal with those issues. But at the same time, the only way that you're going to solve a global issue is by globalizing.
also I want to know, we've also made huge strides already from like when we were younger. I remember when we had no recycling bins in schools.
From when
Like,
we were younger and when our parents were younger,
my God.
like they didn't even fucking know. They
Yeah.
were still using the hairsprays with all the what is it, CFCs?
yeah, some fucking
They were
disgusting
destroying
shit.
the atmosphere, just like
Actually,
blatantly.
yeah. They said that is actually those hairsprays. Because of cutting that out, that actually has started to repair the ozone.
Yeah.
Isn't that fucking nuts?
That's
That's
crazy.
all we
Wild.
did was kind of stop using hairspray.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do think like America though has made some pretty good strides. We've come together.
I think
a lot.
there are other.
Recycling.
I agree with you, but I think there are other countries that are putting us in our place by doing it much better.
Yeah, I agree with
definitely.
that.
It's
That's
hard.
just bound to happen.
and see,
But the problem is population too. Smaller
yeah,
countries
I
have
mean-
such an
Well,
easier
there's another
time.
problem.
that's another
Yeah.
huge issue.
Yeah.
But I would think that a lot of people are mistaking electric vehicles as the easy fix. And while sure it's right now it's a good idea to like slow down and stop emissions, the final answer is hydrogen cells.
Yep.
We're talking hydrogen powered cars that have zero emission, their emissions water, and they're literally cleaning the air. Like, did you know if you had planes that were powered by hydro engines or
They could power off the sky,
hydrogen
right?
fuel cells, they would be cleaning the sky as they flew across it.
You know, BMW put $10 billion into hydrogen already.
Good.
Yeah, they've been making a hydrogen car. Actually, they
There's like 3 hydrogen cars in the world right now. And
There's an
it's like a Toyota and a Kia, maybe, I think was the other.
here. Look, plan for production. Hydrogen X5.
Thank God.
Yeah, it looks really fucking cool too.
Dude, it's wild. It's
Yeah.
like,
Here's the thing. And this happens all the time with any real issue, is that, like, and not to be the socialist of the group, but capitalism is really the big issue. Because
huge
like
issue.
you can't get change without profit in this country at least.
yep.
I would say most countries, most Western countries, you really can't. I mean, like you couldn't convince anybody, like coal, for example. Everybody knows coal is shitty. Everybody knows that we have a way better ways to get, energy.
Right.
But like, if the capital isn't there, it's not going to happen. Unfortunately, and that's just how the country.
I know
runs.
coal still powers some of the Tesla factories. Actually,
Yep.
Really.
Yep.
I actually
Coal
didn't know that.
powers just about most factories these days.
yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
It's really fucked up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the push for electric. It's like, all right, the car itself, once it's out on the road, isn't really doing that much. But how about what it costs to make the car?
Right.
That's the
amount,
issue.
the
Well-
rare earth metals that are getting dug up from the ground are
Right.
still just like almost as taxing as throwing gas into the air every time you rev your car.
Yeah, and the person, the individual's like, oh, like they don't give a fuck about that. They don't really think about it. They just think, all right, I'm getting a Tesla, therefore I'm going to be putting no emissions or
Yeah.
anything into the sky.
It's a step in the right direction. Don't
Definitely.
get me wrong.
Better than before.
Right. It's better than before. And it's hopefully the idea here is that we just keep making more efficient cars, like maybe batteries that are less taxing. They have
Yeah.
they have better energy
They'll get
density
better.
in the
They'll all
batteries.
get better for sure.
Hopefully, I mean that's what competition's there for. That's what's great about it.
Yeah.
And it's wild that we even have like. So I was watching the Bill Gates docuseries that just came out. Very, very cool. There's a lot of things that I learned that he has worked on and failed at, which were like amazing ideas that should have worked out well and just were shot down. You know, you think of him as like the Microsoft guy. He used to be the richest man in the world for year after year after year after year. And he created like a huge foundation that's donated billions and billions and billions of dollars every year to tons of research. One of those being nuclear fusion, which, if you don't know, is the opposite of nuclear fission, where you're splitting atoms, you're instead fusing them together. You have no toxic waste output that comes from this, as well as more energy. And so they finally created a way to use used uranium to power, like they put it into basically a generator, and it powered using, I think it's Wave, I forget the generator they use, you can look it up though. TerraPower is what their website is. But basically they're using your refined, already used uranium and powering their engine with it. So it gets rid of all of that toxic waste that is just mindlessly building up right now, that we have nothing, we just like leave
Yeah,
it. We
right.
literally just pile it up and we go, okay, it's there now.
Yeah.
It's not near people, and we just go,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
And yet this entire project, it was working on for year after year. They finally were able to settle a deal with China, because China obviously produces everything at a significantly lower cost. They had everything worked out, everything was good to go, and right before they were about to start making all of these generators, huge China tariffs came in and basically blew up the whole deal.
Yeah.
So that whole project, all of that time, all the effort that went into producing like this amazing energy transforming machine, gone. Like, sure, eventually that project will hopefully pick back up, and they're planning on doing like U.S. generators here, but like obviously not
more expensive.
way more expensive. So
Yeah.
the process is just significantly slower.
Right.
And he's come up with also like using like clean toilets. That's a huge issue over in third world countries where sanitary issues are just a fucking
Cows are a
joke.
huge issue too.
They literally pour shit into the rivers they're cleaning in.
Yeah.
What the hell's that? 4 million children every year are dying from like diarrhea related issues.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that. We were.
or
Sam
maybe-
goes.
I think it's
Sam
even
goes. A lot of people are dying from shit. I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
dude, it's disgusting. They made a solar powered completely cleansing toilet. It like ground up the poop and like turned it into clean energy. They literally got water out of it.
Wow.
Too expensive to implement because they couldn't break it down into a cheap enough process.
Yeah.
I-
Right.
I was at an event for work, and every time I go to this event, there's this one guy who comes and just starts fucking venting to me about electric cars.
I thought you were gonna say venting about shit. I'm like,
Nah.
Yeah, me too.
not
Like,
shit,
he
not
takes
shit.
big shits at
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fucking office party. Like,
He is so funny. Like, I like kind of mess with him,
Uh-huh.
and like I'm with the owner's daughter who also kind of messes with him. So he's telling me that in Germany, BMW has all electric cars. Every model has an electric car. He's like, oh well, over there they have. I'm like, you're wrong. Like, they build the cars and send them right here. It's not like they get something that we don't, unless it's a car that is manufactured for Germany,
and not legal
because
here.
it won't sell well here.
Right.
But electric cars will 100% be here if Germany gets them. So I always like argue with him. And then one day, after like 7 times of me going back and forth with this guy, I'm like, oh, so what are you driving? Because he's saying I'm killing the environment. I'm like killing the world, the planet, because I have a gas car.
Gas car.
And BMW is killing the planet. That's what he's telling me. And I'm like, oh, what are you driving? He goes, oh, a 2012 Honda Pilot. But I'm like, you're getting like 8
fuck
miles to
you.
the gallon, dude. Like,
Right.
fuck you. Like, you are killing the environment 10 times worse than all the cars we already currently
Right.
have as new cars. So he's like, people are just fucking crazy. It's like, dude,
And dumb.
electric cars aren't there yet. It will be soon. Like, I would say 2025.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you look across the board at production right now, every single major car manufacturing company is coming out with electric models.
Big investments, yeah.
So like, you look at Tesla, a company whose like stock is always like super shaky every now and then.
Yeah, that's not good.
Their mission is already complete. They've already done their main objective, which was create competition for electrical vehicles.
See, I don't like that. Like, I don't like that thought, though, because I know you said that a bunch of times. You said
Yeah.
it's that they did their job of getting the whole rest of the car industry to be competitive with
That's
it.
their incentive.
I feel like only for Elon, though, not for the people who are actually working there now and getting like fired and shit like that. Like, I feel like the company itself isn't a respectable company anymore
Why?
I respect the one idea that it started with, and yeah, maybe they got to that goal, that idea, but now it's a full-on public stock. It's a public company,
Sure.
and they're not doing anything they can to actually make their profit the highest, which is a capitalist thing. So yeah, they did that one thing, which is great for all the other companies, but now they should still be trying to at least make money and
Why?
help their because it's a public stock. You have
Okay.
you have trade, you have people who have shares in your company.
Then don't invest in it.
I guess
If you
that's
don't
a good
support
point.
what their motive is, then don't. They
But
have the choice
why would
to buy
anyone?
into
I
it.
don't get it.
They,
Oh, that's-
they support the competitive market of
So
electric vehicles.
you're saying they're putting their money in to lose money?
Sure.
I don't think that's what most investors
Like,
do.
yeah,
I
that's
think
what Tesla ran into this issue.
What do you mean? That's what we're talking
That's
about.
not Tesla.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, because I'm catching up. So
All right.
you're saying that the investors got pissed at him, right? Because
Well,
They weren't maxing profits.
Yeah, they're not
Is-
maximizing profits is what is
That's what
happening.
he's saying.
Yeah.
okay,
In exchange for what Elon had said before, when he used to be CEO, he's now just a board member.
right.
He had said, like, the idea here is to create competition.
Yeah, the automotive
If
industry.
we make a car that is so good that hundreds of thousands of products are being sold, which has already happened,
Mm-hmm.
other markets will have to change. The other car companies will be forced to change in order to compete. What happens when you compete? You create better products, and multiple companies keep building better and better and better to try and outbeat the other company, and the only person that wins is the consumer. The people who are getting better cars because companies are constantly improving their own cars at cheaper prices to battle each other.
yeah.
It's like the phone industry.
I like it. I like what he did because now, like, I love how all these other companies are getting in
Right,
electric cars,
everyone's
which I'm
getting
saying,
involved.
consumer. As a consumer, it's great, but it's
Yep.
not a good look for Tesla in general. From consumer base, it is not from company wise. But
That's okay.
also with like the car industry stuff, it's like these regulations are also fucking a lot of companies. Plus,
What kind of regulations?
like safety regulations. Not obviously safety is great, but sometimes it's like it's having a negative effect on consumers. So, for example, we have this thing called laser lights, which are like these new headlights that are really good for nighttime driving. Obviously, they shoot like a mile long in Germany.
Jesus
Holy
Christ.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, and they automatically have automatic high beams on. So if it detects a car, they turn off, so you can't fucking blind someone. And in the States, they actually limited the laser lights to like an eighth of what they can actually do.
Okay.
So it just fucking sucks. I'm like, dude, I want to get some cool stuff over here.
An
Yeah,
eighth
but
of
I
a
feel
mile?
like a
An
fucking
eighth of what,
mile?
like, yeah.
How is
like,
How is that regulation really ruining it?
No, it's not, no, I'm just saying separate things. Like,
Oh.
not for like Tesla and electric cars. Those regulations.
Actually,
I
I hate
think-
those fucking LED lights.
But one
Yeah, they're
one other
tight.
thing is, well, they look really cool though.
they look cool, but
Yeah.
and then when I'm driving past it, I'm fucking blind.
Yeah, they suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing that's really cool is fuck. What was I saying? What was I thinking of?
Do you have
I
big
just had it.
hands?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, you have. How big are your fucking hands? Holy cow! My fucking hands are tiny, or yours are huge.
Maybe
Yeah,
both.
Because I just saw him wrap his fucking hands around his head.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Back to
I
what
remember
we
what I was
were
gonna say.
saying.
Thanks for the little cutoff. So because Tesla sold a certain amount of cars now,
Yeah.
you guys, I'm sure you're aware of it.
Yeah.
They actually get money from the government for every car they sell. Like the consumer gets money off the car, like
Yeah.
a tax rebate, I guess.
Yep.
And so now Tesla's at like $1,400 left on their rebate. I'm just gonna call it a rebate. I don't know if that's what it is, but
Yeah.
so all the other companies that are just starting electric cars actually get $7,500 starting, which is fucking crazy. I feel like that's just pushing sales towards the other companies, even if they're not a better car.
Yep.
Isn't that kind of fucked up?
It's okay because
It's pushing them into electric?
Right.
Yeah, I get
And
that.
It's also at the same time like it's not how long they've been selling cars, it's how
many.
many cars they've
Yeah.
sold, which
Right.
is super important.
Why would
because,
you negatively affect someone for selling more cars?
I think it's more of just a scalability thing because if you were to take off $7,500 for all of those models, that it ends up being
The government's
impractical.
losing a lot of money.
Right. Then it's just impractical because
But eventually the other
everyone's losing
companies
a
are
lot,
going to sell
except for the
just as
consumer.
many.
Huh?
Eventually the other companies are going to sell just as many and they're going to lose just as much money.
Hopefully. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
but at-
100%.
At that point, it's like, I'm not even sure. Like $7,500 off of a new car
It's a lot.
is a shit ton.
Yeah.
Like I don't know who's profiting off of that. When you like, it's got to be already put on top of it because it's an electric car that they know that price chunk is coming.
Yeah.
That they can put it at such a high price.
Right.
So that's got to be like how it ends up being affordable. I'm sure they didn't just make up a random number, you know.
Yeah, they actually at my work, when I first started or before I started, they had rebates for or center employee programs for the actual employees, which is just discounts for your employer.
Yeah.
Right.
And also plus the rebate from the government, plus other rebates they had on the car. So people were getting like a BMW, an i3. I mean, they're kind of ugly cars, but still really cool. They were getting these cars for like $70 a month leases.
Jesus.
With no money down. Like employees were getting ridiculous pricing.
Where's
now
that?
they don't do it anymore.
BMW.
At BMW.
Oh,
It
okay.
was like 3 years ago. They don't do it anymore because of like how cheap people were getting them.
Yeah.
Because they were taking advantage of the employee programs plus the rebate. Because
Right.
the tax rebate was $7,500 plus they were putting like, I don't know, $2,000-3,000 just from
Yeah,
regular
right.
rebates or loyalty stuff. Plus your, say
Employee
$6-7
discount.
grand from your employee discount,
Jesus
whatever it is.
Christ.
You were getting the car for like dirt cheap.
Yep.
Yeah, it was crazy.
You
I
know
wish
what I
they
always
still
thought
did
was
it.
stupid was that like there was never a Tesla discount, employee discount. Only because if
Oh,
the
you worked
objective-
there for a little bit, didn't you?
I did, but fuck that. No, what I mean is like if the objective of the company was to like kind of make electric cars as standardized as possible. So I feel like fuck my dick. So I feel like if you had your employees driving around cars, if they can make them affordable,
Yeah.
it's at least it spreads awareness.
Right.
Like it normalizes what a Tesla is, and then
Yeah.
it kind of gets it at the
I-
consumer level.
I think we're at that point. I shit you
I've
not.
seen a lot, yeah.
I see at least one every single day for
Yeah,
Tesla?
on
a Tesla.
commuting. Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
Every
you see a
single day, at
Toyota and a
least one.
Honda every day.
Oh, of course, but the numbers are way off.
Yeah,
Like,
I guess.
in terms of sales, like
We also
Toyota
live
and
in-
Honda are the most highly.
But we also
bought
live in an
cars.
area that's a little more higher end. So
Sure, but I mean,
that helps.
driving on 95, you're gonna get a mix of everything.
That's true. So Tesla's, I'm probably gonna make a separate video about this, like Tesla, the federal tax rebates you're getting from electric cars. But Tesla's started in when the first model obviously came out in 2010, I believe, when the Roadster came out.
Oh yeah, but that wasn't electric. That wouldn't get a tax discount.
That was electric. The first Roadster.
Fully electric?
Yeah, the first Roadster was
I
electric.
thought it was like hybrid.
No, it was electric. I don't know if that's on here as price. Oh yeah, 2008, 2011, $7,500 EV, full EV.
Wow.
It would say plug-in hybrid or something else. Full EV is full electric. So they're down to $1,800 for the federal credit. Everyone else starts at $7,500 for a full electric car. That's fucking crazy. Actually, no. So they're December 2019. So they're done in December.
Yep.
That's what it's looking like, at
Yeah,
least
yeah.
projections.
I mean, it'll most likely hit.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna hit.
Um,
Prius.
it's also, I think the thing that Tesla holds over every other EV right now is their computer. Their software is like
Oh, yeah.
quite
Yeah.
literally O fucking P.
I hate it though.
Like, just think about like, imagine you're a driver who's paying attention to the road, and you're just you're a good driver and you're just paying attention. You also have the auto assist on, and you're just cruising. Like, think about how amazingly fast you can react to anything. Like, sure, I would not bank on the fact that a computer error is gonna randomly swerve you off the road instantly and kill you. Like, really, that doesn't happen.
I think I'm gonna change your opinion on a lot of Tesla stuff in like next week
Okay.
because my product trainer, is pretty smart.
Okay.
He has a guy that's like higher up at BMW, like a product guy, who actually has a whole argument
list
against
of shitting at
argument
Tesla?
against Tesla for all car companies
Okay.
that he has a list of. He's gonna send me, so I'm excited to see that.
Okay. I still think the fact
It's
that
not
if,
like a-
if you're paying attention to driving and you're on the road and you're driving with assistance on and you have all of these sensors, you're a safer driver. Period. Like
We had this argument before, though.
It's absurd. Like
But it's
you
not
were
just
saying,
Tesla.
you were saying like, yeah, sure, you could drive into a median. I guess if your hands are off the fucking wheel, if you're watching it and you see it going towards the line, you
Oh,
just
yeah.
continue
But
driving.
every
You
company
don't-
has-
You don't take your hands off the road.
But every company,
I don't when I
almost
drive.
every company has that capability already, though.
Right, but do they have all of the massive amounts of data collected on self-driving that helps them react to cars like
No, but
way
isn't
ahead
that
of them?
isn't that
and-
public though from Tesla now?
What?
Like their data?
I don't think so.
I'm almost positive it is. The data they've like gotten from all the mileage that they've driven.
Right. I don't think they're applying that to, like, you ever seen the clips of people's lives being saved by the autopilot?
Yeah, but I'm
It's
saying
insane.
I'm saying nowadays, like the Mercedes, the Audi, the BMWs already have all that active cruise stuff.
They
with
have
all the same sensors, radar
right,
detector.
the
like,
but I'm saying, like, there's a clip where, like, a car is speeding up way faster than they should be, like, behind them, and the
Oh, and
Tesla
it
detects
avoids
it
it?
and drives forward because they would have gotten slammed into otherwise.
yeah, it's pretty good.
They have, like, people who are, like, slamming on their brakes and swerving off the road in front of them, and, like, the Tesla's already braking before the car in front of them is. It's wild.
That's
Like,
pretty crazy.
there's types of shit where, like, if you're just a regular
gotta see these
driver, your
videos.
hands on the road,
I've seen them. Yeah.
you're not going to get into an accident as easily as anyone else who doesn't have it is.
Right.
Like, you are proven to be safer.
One thing I don't like is the screens on the. I love the Model S screen,
Oh,
but the
big
Model
one on the
3,
side?
Model 3, how they moved. Well, not the screen, the dash. How the Model S actually had a dash
Yeah.
with like, information and speed and shit. On the Model 3, they just put the speed on the top left of the screen, and there's no dash. It's just flat.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that.
I don't mind. I think you get used to it after driving it.
You have to look down at your computer though. People are getting. If they had heads-up display, it'd be sick. If they had the Model 3 with heads-up display, it would solve all the issues. Just put heads-up display in it.
I
It'd make it
guess.
so much cooler.
I mean, like they're also the whole point of the S was to be like as mass producible as possible.
I thought that was the Model 3.
Or 3, sorry,
yeah.
thank you.
That's true.
Um,
But still, a heads-up display is not like something crazy. It's like
True.
$1,000.
But at the same time, it's also like you're glancing down at a speedometer, or you're glancing down this way to a speedometer. Like,
That's why the heads-up display, you're not glancing anywhere.
sure.
I think it's
They're
pretty-
big-ass
for Tesla. I
screens,
feel like it
man.
should be.
I actually saw one yesterday.
Yeah,
I was
I've driven a
walking. I
couple.
was walking like out of a Rite Aid, and I thought it was a cop, like because I didn't notice it was a Tesla at first.
Yeah.
Because I saw the fucking screen. I'm like, what the fuck? And I looked over, and it was a Tesla. I mean, I didn't actually realize how fucking big they are.
They're big, yeah.
Fuck it. Well, hopefully you heard me.
This guy doesn't like switching his cameras. He doesn't like being on camera. It's whatever.
Sorry for the low production, but
I wanted to talk about some guests that we're having coming on.
Oh, future
Sure.
guest coming up. Let's hear it.
So I don't know if you guys have anyone in mind or anything. I have two. So obviously, you know about the one Vishal, who we're gonna have Tuesday. I think we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Because Danny won't be able to do Sunday. Tuesday we'll film that.
from the
This
hit
one will probably
band
upload tomorrow.
Bandles.
We'll probably upload this tomorrow.
It's only half
Sa-
bands.
Saturday afternoon. We'll
So
probably upload this.
it'll
Yeah.
be band, no dulls, just
Yeah,
the band.
just
Just
band.
band.
And then also I'm gonna have my friend Natalie on, who I know.
Did she say she wants to do it?
Yeah, she'll do it. She'll do it.
She will do it, or she said she will?
She will.
Oh, cool.
So she has a pretty big following on Instagram. She's growing pretty hard. So gonna try to keep her
Hard is
information.
right.
Gonna have to keep her information pretty private because
You said she was pretty
You
sexual.
don't want
right?
to plug her Instagram?
Oh no, I will.
It is
Oh,
a sexual.
when she comes
thing.
on.
It's a sexual thing, right?
Because it's not
What
like
is a sexual thing?
Her
What is-
Instagram.
No,
no, not really. I mean,
Oh.
she's just a regular, just average
Oh.
Instagram model.
I
Yeah,
thought
she's Instagram
Not like
model.
not like average.
It's not like
looks, I'm saying,
sexual,
you know.
like you're fucking in bikinis every picture and like trying to show your tits.
No,
Okay, gotcha.
she's just a great looking girl, and she
Yeah.
posts pictures on Instagram, and she's blowing up because she's attractive.
There you go.
So I'm just a pervert.
So,
Yeah, I guess so.
well, the people who follow her are you don't
Creep.
follow her, so.
All right.
So I guess we'll see her insight on Instagram, and she's also a immigrant, so we're gonna talk about the whole process of that, which will
Cool.
be pretty cool. Very interesting person. I'll warn you about the laugh. It's loud.
oh
Oh
no.
boy.
Well, we have a few of those, so.
Yeah, it's woo. You
Is
hear
it
it from
like-
upstairs.
Oh.
Is it like loud, but is it like
It's a lot.
pitched?
It's a lot to take in.
Cool. Should be fun.
I was thinking, so her weird followers don't get mad about it. Just put some weird, funny like noise over it,
What?
I feel like they'd be more pissed off. What do you mean?
because then they wouldn't know what it sounds like.
She's also married, so no
Yeah,
plans.
right.
No, she's not married.
Oh. Are you just lying?
No.
Troy's a liar. You heard it here first on the podcast.
Wait, are we like destroying her Instagram like fantasies? In
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Fuck.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if I don't
Maybe
think
we
we're gonna.
should
I don't
not-
think her
let's cut
followers
this.
gonna come back and watch all the way through the last episode.
I think we
They're
should
only
cut
gonna
this
care
whole
about
thing.
hers.
Cut
But
the whole thing because I made weird cat calls and you just destroyed the Instagram fantasy. I think we should cut this.
I'm purposely not going to.
Well, I'm okay with being a creep, but I don't know about you if you want to destroy the fantasy.
Dude, she
I don't
already
think
has
they're gonna-
pictures with it on.
no, she doesn't.
I thought you literally showed me them.
It's just one from like a while ago, I think. But like, if they're that creepy, to go back. I've commented and talked to a couple of guys though. So funny. Oh my
Do
god.
they want to see her feet? I heard that's a huge creep move.
No, but he tried following me and I declined it.
Oh.
Every time you post something on it, I just say something like you're cute or something, like some weird
Who?
shit.
You're hitting
One
on
of the
her?
random old guys who like comments on her pictures every day.
He's got nothing better to do. He's probably
Dude,
retired.
she has like hundreds and hundreds of comments daily, like "Good morning, beautiful," like weird shit. Looking forward to talking to her about it. Hopefully, she's cool about it.
Hopefully. Guess
I mean, we
we'll
can always
find
cut anything that she doesn't want to talk about.
out.
So.
Yeah, just cut the whole thing.
Yeah, cut.
We don't cut anything here.
Yeah, right. Yeah, this
Uh,
show is always done naturally.
Yep, 100%. All right, you want to sign us out?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh wow, that's it?
Well, what else you want to talk about?
I don't know, but are we?
I think it's been like an hour and something.
Hour and a half?
Okay.
We talked about Marvel for a little while.
Yeah, we did.
You okay with it?
I want to go
Yeah.
see Joker, so I want to try.
I
yeah.
want to see Joker. so
I'm
bad.
down. Let's do it. All right, we're gonna go see Joker.
Yeah.
So, bye.
Peace out, dudes.
Should've spent a lifetime, yeah, yeah. I want my heart chasing cash, rolling up, I'm finna match. I brought the gas and the bag was on tap.
Wait, don't.
Yeah, you're
don't-
ruining
I
the
don't
song.
wanna-
Ah, 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 ah.
It's gonna be trouble for Jenny to hear it, actually.
Sam, cut this.